Okay, I'm chillaxing. Got the seat leaning back because it's Tuesday and it is slow. But I told my last fares that I would put them on here, and that's what I'm going to do because, well, they've earned it. I'm sitting at a convenience store parking lot, just waiting for calls to come in or someone to walk up, and actually a competing cab company's driver drives by and like honks at me and points back towards whatever, but just keeps going. I'm like, all right, whatever, dude. But he's in a tiny little like Scion with no room for anybody. So I'm thinking, best case scenario, it's a large party and he can't take it. Whatever. So I'm actually on the phone with my cable provider getting ready to cancel my service because I work and I sleep. I have no need for cable. I save myself $100 some odd. So I'm out on hold for like 15 minutes. Just as I get a hold of Susie from Bright House Networks, who is very sweet, and I start talking to her about what's going on. She brings up my account, and then boom, there's someone in my window. Hey man, are you available? I'm like, yeah, hold on, lady, I gotta go. So I hang up on Susie, and it's 6 people. So sure enough, they couldn't fit in that little Scion. So like, hey, are we gonna go? We're gonna go to the Rockin' Ranch. Well, the Rockin' Ranch is a country bar that is clear on the other side of town, like more than town. Actually, you got to go through 2 towns to get to it. I'm like, hell yeah. They go, well, have you heard anything about it? I'm like, actually, yeah, I have. I've been dragged there a few times. I'm not country, but it's actually kind of fun. Every now and then get dragged onto the dance floor and have to like learn how to line dance and stuff. I can see why white people like that. Because I don't dance. But I had a lesbian friend who loved going there for some reason, and she used to drag me there all the time. So they're like, what do you know about it? I'm like, I know that it's, it's fun. It's okay even if you're not into country and stuff. And they were totally into country. They're like, yeah, somebody else told us about it. I swear I'm not like naked here. I've got an undershirt on. It's just whatever. So they go, hey, okay, that's where we got to go. I'm like, all right, sweet. This is a big fair. So, we get in, and it's 3 guys and 3 girls. And, like, the guys were all, like, handsome in shape, whatever, and the girls were all gorgeous. I mean, one was, like, a stunningly beautiful chick. The other one was pretty. The other one was, like, this little petite girl with a short haircut. She was just super cute. And she was eating Tums like they were candy. And she's like, my stomach hurts so much, and I've already taken 6 Tums, and I just got to take. I'm like, how long? No, you gotta let them take advantage. Just wait. They gotta work for a little bit, But she's like, oh, I feel so bad. She's like laying down on the back seat across some guy's lap. She's like pressing my stomach. It makes it feel better. But she was like the most talkative one. And like, as we're driving, they go, hey, what do you do? I told them I was a DJ. They had me use the DJ voice and all that kind of fun stuff. Yeah, it was relatively fun. And so when I drop them off, I'm going to give them my card. And I'm like, hey, hey, give me a call when you need a ride back, because they're so far away, they're going to need a ride back. And there's not going to be any cabs just sitting up there at the ranch waiting to bring them back. So I swing by my buddy's house because he lives relatively close by. And then I just go and I go to call my mom just to have a conversation with her. And then they come over the radio, like it was like 20 minutes later. Hey, number 11, that guy, go back and pick up your people up there. They're ready to go home. I'm like, oh man, they must be empty in there. So I drive up there and I walk inside and holy crap, they're like the only people there. It's like the employees, one old drunk chick, and my party of 6 people. I'm like, oh, I feel so bad. I'm so sorry I brought you here. They're like, no, other people told us about it. It's not your fault. Well, they had been drinking for that 20 minutes hard because they're all hammered at this point. Get in the cab, and we just start talking, and like somehow the conversation goes from just like bar and whatever and where they're from to the cute one with a short haircut is like really wanting to talk to me like nonstop, which I was okay with that because she was beautiful, and I love that haircut, and she was just adorable. Her name was Victoria, I believe, or something like that. And she started asking me like just weird questions. I had like 20 questions. It was just crazy. She asked me if I sleep with dancers, because I work at a strip club, and I'm like, no, I don't want any. I don't want any surprises. And she's like, you mean like STDs or like surprise wieners? Which somehow got us onto the conversation of sex changes and how women can have a sex change to a men, and I'm like trying to rack my brain for all the stuff that I just randomly have picked up in my life about stuff, and like they're just like, and people are just laughing at all this stuff. She's just saying the weirdest things. She's asked me what my middle name is, my favorite TV show. I'm like, you know, any other day I would be like, this girl's hitting on me, but like her boyfriend's sitting right next to her and he's just laughing away. She was so cute. Anyway, it was just weird, and they're like, are you going to tell people about us? And I'm like, actually, I've got an online thing that I'm doing on YouTube where I tell people about the crazy cabs things I have. They're like, will you tell about us, please? I'm like, all right, yeah, sure, no problem. You know, whatever. Ended up getting like $44 off of them total, 22 there and 22 back, just to drive them, you know. So hopefully they'll call me again, because they were a lot of fun. They were a lot of fun. I'm so sorry for my radio being so crap. Turn that down. So, and we finally got to drop them off at their place, and it's like right on A1A, right in the busiest section. They're at the big hotel right there, and I pull up in the little loading dock right on the side of the road. It's like this little cutout where you're not allowed to park or anything like that. And this van has sliding doors on both sides, you know. So we go and, you know, doors open, and all of a sudden the door on this side opens up, and the really pretty chick, the stunningly beautiful one, steps out right in the middle of traffic. I'm like, honey, you don't have to go out that way, baby, you know? And they're like, all like screaming at her, and she's like, what? I don't get it. I had to like twist around and almost break my everything. And I reached out and I grabbed her by the arm and yanked her back in just as like this big truck goes by. Didn't even like slow down, didn't even pull out of the way, nothing. Just tried to kill her. So, whatever. Night's still young. Just midnight now. So, I'm going to now go send a text to my ex-girlfriend because it's her birthday, and she won't appreciate that, but I don't care. See ya.